We have been studying Claude Monet, an impressionist artist, and this is our project that we're doing. And I've already talked to you about our brand new paintbrushes. Now, with our brand new paintbrushes, I'm going to have some timers going off, so I'm going to try to turn my volume down. Excuse me here. First thing you're going to do is and I've already showed you the video on the brand new paintbrushes. We have our 12 by 18 paper, and you always get one of these to put underneath, so in case if you go to the edge, then you won't have it all over the table, hopefully. And when we do clean the table, remember we just a couple squirts per side of the table so we don't soak the tables. So you're going to have this tray, and in your tray, these are the watercolors, and I've decided instead of using these, because we don't need all these colors, I'm going to put them on the trays, and then we put them in this container. You get one per table to share, and that seems to be going pretty well. And then I can just put the lid on and keep using it. So I want to talk about the flat paintbrush. And like I said, this can take a while to do, but we're only doing the cool colors. And the cool colors, remember boys and girls, are greens, and if you can look around the room, green, purple, and blue. Okay, so those are the warm color. I'm sorry, those are the cool colors. The warm are the opposite. So if you look at what I've chosen here, I have the cool colors. Now in the center, this is just a blue, and I have the turquoise, and I will fill up your trays and you will share them. And this one has G for glitter. Have to shake it. I'll be doing the big bottles. And then I can come around and give you some more if you need some. And you are going to do, what I did when I did mine is I did one color at a time, and this is a violet. I think it has some glitter in there. So you have a tray that will look like this, and you have your flat paintbrush. And your goal for this, and we're just going to paint this and let it set aside and dry, and then we're going to practice drawing some lily pads. You're just going to take your brush and you're going to do little teeny little marks, because that's what the impressionist Claude Monet, that's how he painted. We talked about how the paintbrush changed, the painting strokes actually changed when the paintbrush changed, because they made the barrel, they were able to create this barrel and flatten the brush. So the bristles were no longer round. So you're going to have a flat brush, and I have brand new brushes. Now I want you to see my picture because it's hard to see the camera all the way down here. And I'm just doing little teeny, I'm doing one color at a time. But I want to cover this color, and I love the glitter. You know Mrs. Milligan likes glitter. You're going to cover the entire page with these little brush strokes. Remember we talked about? They're flat. It's the impressionist. That's their style. And do you notice how I'm going all over the page, and I'm not going filling in one little section, and I'm doing it kind of quick. I'm not making a mess, and we might need, let me see, and you're going to need to get some paper towels and have them beside you. So I'm doing this quickly so I can show you another color, because remember, after you change colors, because we don't want to mix the colors because we're sharing, after we paint all of the purple, and that's filled in pretty good. So after I painted all the purple, now you don't want to carry this around when it's wet like I just did, because it'll run. Okay, so now I take my bowl, which I don't have back here, and I clean. I don't have an extra bowl. So you're going to clean your paintbrush, and then we're going to make sure it's clean with the paper towel. Then we're going to reshape it, and then you would go to your next color. So these are all your cool colors. Like I said, you're going to fill in, and then when you're done, this is going to go on the drying rack. Make sure your name is on the back. Name is on the back. Remind your shoulder buddy. You have two choices. You can either get a dry erase board from the bookshelf with the How to Draw books, or you can get a piece of paper. And when you do your lily pads, because I always like for you to practice drawing first before you actually make something, you're going to, I want you to think of the shape of a heart, and we just got done talking about hearts because of Jim Dine. I want you to think about turning that on its side and kind of squishing it. So, and I want you to practice doing, and you can have a point on there if you want. There is, it's kind of hard to do it on the side. So there is your lily pad, and then the next step of the lesson, we're going to add the tissue paper, and you can even draw on here, add your lilies. So once again, you get your paper, put your name on the back, paint with teeny little strokes with the flat brush, and you cover with one color. And if they mix on your paper, that's okay. And so then you fill, then I would do another color, clean your brushes in between, and this is what the final project will look like. Then we're gonna practice drawing after this goes on the drawing rack, and the next class you'll come in, we will cut these lily pads. You can, remember we talked about balance, where your picture's balanced, also planning before you glue, and then we'll put some tissue paper and you can choose your colors. So that's Claude Monet.